Hello everyone and welcome back to Pitzling, our vanilla build guide for Cities Skylines 1 on console. We're starting part 21 and as you can see we're looking over the edge of the map that we worked on last time in part 20. I know there was a bit of time between these videos and I'm sorry, I just needed to take a little bit of a break to get those creative juices back and just have a little bit of a mental break for myself as well. These videos, they take a lot of time and a lot of concentration to make, a lot of editing, a lot of retrying. So it does take a little bit of a toll on myself. But thank you so much for the support that I was receiving and all the people that were asking for new content. Don't worry, more is coming, especially with all the stuff that's been released lately with the new DLC race day coming out and the new content creator packs. There is a lot of new stuff that I'm excited to use in this build guide. So if you're still interested in seeing more of this and you're still interested in supporting me, please make sure to subscribe, like and comment on these videos. The more interaction I'm getting, the more interest I put back into this guide. Also, if you want to support me directly, you can go into my Patreon. Also, you can get all the new DLCs and the older ones at a very good price if you use my link below for instant gaming for PC, or you can get those those PS store cards to get a little bit more sale items on the PS store as well. So for here, I need a little bit more resident to keep expanding. We're around 24,500 residents, but I'm getting a little bit crunched because I need to get up to 30,000 people before I can expand and open a new tile. We still have a bit of space right here for expansion, but it's going to be mostly lower density in this area and I can't hit that target. And we have a little bit of space in this corner as well right here, and this is where I'm going to be concentrating today because this is where I'm going to be putting a high density area. So without further ado, let's discuss quickly what we're going to be doing and start planning the episode. So this is the area we're going to be working on, and just to get the place started, what I'm going to be doing is taking my forest brush and just removing most of the trees from here. As you might remember, I just like to remove everything, especially if I'm going to build on top of it, because it just actually creates more pressure on your hardware, because those trees are technically not gone, they're just hidden, but your actual graphic card or memory is actually being used, even if you don't see them. So once this is gone, what I would like to do is go to my key, and I'm just gonna key around this area right here. For that, I'm gonna be using the simple key right here without the fence. And what I'm going to be doing, I make sure that the road guidelines are on because I want it to mimic a little bit the same what's going on this side. So I'm just going to go maybe until here and I'm going to stop. And then from there, I'm going to take the freedom. I will reduce maybe to 15%, make sure I'm 180 and just go a little bit. It does not like it here, so what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be pushing a little bit this area right here. Just add the strength. Then I'm going to go back to my key. And let's go straight first and let's see if this is going to work. Still not working. Oh, it's working. Perfect. Then I'm going to take my freeform 180, just gently go around the same as the river. Try to follow the river a little bit without changing too much of the course. So maybe here, there. And actually from here, I would like to go below this bridge here. So maybe I'm just gonna go 80. I might do it later, so I'm just gonna leave it for now. And then let's make sure it's 180 degrees here. Actually, I'm just gonna go the straight first. Take the same as this one. Perfect. Yeah, that looks good. And freeform 180. Maybe I'm just gonna go straight first for a bit. Or actually, I'm just gonna push here a little bit. So I'm gonna take this height again. And from here, okay, I'm gonna use the freeform and do something a little bit different than just gently here and let it go this way. That looks interesting. Yeah, I think I like that one. So we're gonna leave it like that for now. I'm gonna do a little bit more of the landscaping later, making sure all these cliffs are hidden so you don't see them right there. Now we have this established. What I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be taking this main avenue that we created and I will take it down. Actually, no, sorry. Before, what I'm gonna be doing is making sure this area is a little bit more flat because I have an idea I would like you to see, and for that I need the area to be quite flat. So I'm gonna be doing that off camera quickly and then we'll come back and discuss what we're gonna be doing with the road layout. Okay, so now the area is nice and flat. I did go ahead and pause the game because I just want to get everything set up first and play the game because it will take a little bit of time and I want to focus on some other stuff as well. First, what we're going to be doing is taking this bridge to the ground floor level. So we're just going to go 12 and go down, which is, again, remember the 12 is your secret number for heights, because if we go more than 12, it's not going to work anymore. It's the longest span you can do for going down or up. This is just if you're going off the ground level or going back to the ground level or going into a tunnel. So 12, and we're bringing it down. And as you can see, it's actually nice, and the slope is nice going down, so I don't really mind it. There is a slight bump right here, but it's not a big deal. Again, being too much of a perfectionist sometimes can hurt you more than it can help you. And I'm just gonna keep it straight for this area all the way to where the train line is. Then I'm gonna place my train station for this area right here that I'm gonna be connecting to my suburban train lines. And for that, I'm gonna be choosing one of Bad Peanuts stations, which is the elevated island platform station. It's a really nice station. I'm just gonna get it as close as possible to this line here and put it on the main road. Then go take my train tracks and hopefully just crosses. Perfect. Yeah, and the height is not that bad actually with the truss system. Yeah, but it's fine. I think it's fine. So here, this is the interesting part that I want to be showing you. So first, what I'm going to be taking is taking this 12 counts. Remember, again, we have 10 with the line and just 2 more units. And this is the longest span you can do with only one support system. If you go more than 12, then it will create more support systems. And I will show you why this is an important number. So once this is done, I'm gonna take my road system from here and I'm gonna start from this area right here and just get it as close as possible to the train station. And it does clear and go all the way here. Then from this point right here, what I'm gonna do is to take my road and connect it right here. Make sure it's 90 degrees. Perfect. And it's connected right now. From here, I'm just going to go as close as possible to the train line. Now I have this. This is where it gets interesting. There is a little bug in the system where you can keep going with this train line as long as you want. So we have a train track on top of a road. It does not look super realistic, but it's actually a fun way. So what I'm going to be going 3, and this is where it gets tricky. So you have to go, for me, 6 counts, 6 units is the magic number. So 5, remember, we go to 4. Once we hit 5, the next line shows, and then one more unit, which is 6, and I stop. I'm going to turn off the road guidelines so it just does not mess up with the rest. And you can see that the actual pillar moved away, and then I can take this road and then move it as close as possible to this again and drop it, and I can keep going with this as much as you want. So again, I'm going to hold it 5, 6. That pillar moved, go back to my road. Same thing again, as close as possible. Go back to my train track. (180, 5, 6). Go back to the road. And just keep going. This is going to be a high density area. So with Brooklyn and Queens content creator pack, and this is inspired by areas of Brooklyn, some areas of Chicago as well, and some Asian cities where you have that train track going on top of a road in a very dense area with high density buildings around it. As you will see, it's a really cool look. I wish with mods, you can even make it look cooler by adding those pillars around the street, or using Anarchy to push those monorail tracks below the train tracks as well, to look like it's actually supporting it. Unfortunately, when you're only playing with PlayStation or Xbox, we don't have the luxury of using those mods. So I'm almost there. 6. Go back road all the way to the end, and I'm gonna take this. Hopefully I don't have too much else left. I actually want the road to come to a point where I can actually clear the bridge below here. So I think one more. Let's see. Again, remember, the closer I get to the key, it will want to go up. So I'm trying to keep it. So I'm 5, 6. Okay, perfect. It cleared. Just make sure, that's why I made it flat, because if you're going on top of the road, the similar what I'm doing, and there is a difference in height, then the train track will start going up, the slope will change, and it will keep the pillar, and you cannot bring the road more from here. So let's just check if can I clear? No, not from here, but actually I can clear here, which is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted at 90 degrees. Yeah, okay. Now this is done. I'm just gonna actually put a road going this way and this way to delimit this area. And from here, I'm gonna connect the train track to the other side. So I'm just gonna do it slowly, where I'm gonna take my train. It's actually, I'm gonna lock this at 90. Maybe I'm gonna get rid of the grid. And then here. And I think this is the same height as that one, which is perfect. How is the slope? It's a little bit off right here with this one. So what I'm gonna redo it. Let's see if I'm going out a little bit more. Yeah, that looks better. And to connect it, I just have to trim this one back a little bit, remove this one. I will have to remove this road quickly as well. And I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna lower the angle as much as I can. I'm gonna remove all of this. I'm gonna go to my freeform, take this one, make sure I'm at 180 degrees to here, and just as much as I can. And from here, go back to our 90 degrees guidelines. I'm gonna turn off that grid curve. And once I hit this, actually it's not hitting properly. I don't know why it's not picking up that guideline, but I think that's perfect. Yeah. And that looks really good. Okay, perfect. So first let's connect this road back here. It was the one-way road system without parking, and I think it was just a straight connection. Yeah. And we're gonna put back those aprons. Maybe I'll just do that during time lapse, but since I'm here, I'll just do it quickly. And same thing here. And that looks really nice. I'm really happy with the results. And so what I'm going to be doing right now is going into a time lapse and just laying the road network completely for this area, and then we'll start discussing how we're going to zone it.
Dazzling like with diamonds in the light, glowing in the night like fireflies, blushing like the sunset in your eyes, floating like a halo paradise. Somehow you make all the wrong things right. Now that I got you, we could burn it down, 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 down. We could burn it down, 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 down. Look at what we found, 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 found. For you I'm always down, 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 down. We could burn it down, 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 down. We could burn it down, 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 down. Look at what we found, 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 found. For you I'm always down, 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 down. We could burn it down. Look at what we found.
Okay, so now we have the road layout mostly done for this area, and what I'm gonna be doing is adding our districts. So as I said earlier, I would like to have a high density district here, and for most of the buildings, I'm gonna be using Brooklyn and Queens with a mixture of emerging downtown. It does actually work really good together. You're gonna see once we get these buildings coming up. Maybe I'm gonna push a little bit. Maybe I did a mistake, but I think it should be fine. Was it the 1, 3, and over? Okay. Anyway, I'll decide later on. And so I'm just gonna do the other districts. Oh, this one is gonna be almost surrounding the whole area. I'm gonna be mixing and matching both styles, and I'm gonna have it as our commercial district as well. Is gonna be mostly emerging downtown because it does work quite well with our Brooklyn and Queens. I'm just gonna push this one here. Okay, and what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be coming later on, maybe off camera, and I'm just gonna make those district look a little bit nicer. I really hate when you have stuff like this. So I'm just gonna snap it. Let's get a better view, snap, and just follow the road. And you can see it's a nice line right here. I'm gonna be doing this the rest when I have time off camera while I'm doing it. Yeah. Okay. Stop. 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 For the name, I'm actually not sure what I'm gonna be naming these districts. So for now, I'm just gonna have no name for both areas, and then I'm gonna decide what I'm gonna be doing. If you have an idea of what I should be calling this, please let me know down in the comments. And then, like I said, let's change this one. We're gonna go to Brooklyn and Queens style. And then for this one, we're going for the emerging downtown. Perfect. One thing, with the new updates, I noticed that we have quite a bit of worker shortage in the uneducated and educated. As you can see, if I go to the uneducated right here and I choose this one, for example, you can see I have so many highly educated people. I think this is a problem I'm having with most of my town already because I'm given a lot of education. The only place where I said no education is in this area in Hope, but this is a very low percentage. So for that, what I'm going to be doing is for this area right here, I'm going to include the policy of schools out, which pushes people to get jobs after finishing regular school. And so after high school, they don't pursue university. So you get a little bit of a mixture throughout the city. So you don't only have highly educated people. This will manage a little bit your workforce as well throughout the city. If you have everyone highly educated, you won't be able to support your industries that requires less educated people. So yeah, so this is done. Then what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to start zoning a little bit here. As you noticed during the time lapse, I made sure that I only zone towards the main road. So I'm just going to go ahead and zone this area here, this area here, and then I'm going to put this here. Maybe I'm just going to go for the top one first, to let it jump, for the wire to jump. And then also, since we have a little bit of demand for commercial, I'm gonna be putting some commercial, but I'm gonna be very specific about what I'm using. So actually what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be changing this here to, so let's just take, it was a regular road. I don't want the 4, I wanted 3. I think it does work better. So I have a little bit of a mixture of assets and not just... Okay, then I need to make sure that my road right here does not have any zoning around it. So let's upgrade, no zoning. Okay, and for this one, only zoning on one side. So let's see if the zoning is right. If not, I'm gonna change it after. Oh, I don't want that road. I just want the regular one. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So now we have the a little bit of zoning. I'm gonna, sorry, I'm just gonna put this. I'm gonna press play and let's see these housing coming up. As I said, I'm trying to hit the 30,000 residents. It's still quite a bit. This is not going to get to that point right away. I'm going to wait for all these buildings to actually try to hit a higher level, at least level 4, hopefully 3, and that's when I'm going to start getting more and more residents to achieve my goal of attracting the 30,000 residents. While this is being built, this area, I want to jump out quickly to the other side and discuss something else I would like to do as well. And it was around this area right here. I want to also clear this area and add more housing. I think it's a little bit of a dead zone, and just leaving it with trees is actually not useful for us, especially we're trying to hit that new target of 30,000 people. So to start, what I'm going to be doing, let's take our and remove some of these trees, even if I spent a lot of time making this forest brush looks good. But I mean, it is what it is when you play in vanilla. It's all good. I'll come back and redo this whole area. Sometimes I feel when you reduce the strength of this, it actually goes faster when you're removing trees, which is weird. Maybe it's just thinking I'm not putting trees, I'm removing, so lower strength, I don't know. Okay, I think this is good. I'm not gonna go all the way up here, but maybe I'm thinking about pushing this a little bit. And then let's smooth it out. I don't want it as harsh as the mountain itself. Okay, good. Maybe the next road will come around this area and down here. To connect this area, what I'm going to be doing is actually I'm going to have a tunnel below right here. I'm going to pause the game quickly, and just so I don't mess up anything, I actually going to sacrifice this house right here. I'm sorry. And then I'm going to take our road without... Let's just remove this first. Let's remove those trees. Now we go back to our road. I'm gonna do it as a free form. I'm gonna reduce the angle a little bit more. So it's actually, I'm gonna try to come as close as possible. I might have to sacrifice that thing, which is okay. Yeah, okay, that does not look too bad. It looks nice. And from here, I'm just gonna go straight. And let's just bring our zone back 180. Perfect. I think that looks good. And then from here, I'm just gonna try to zone an area. I think I can press play. Did I mess up this house here? I think I did, but what I can do, I'm gonna remove it and I actually can make it this one a bigger plot so we can get a bigger house. Perfect. Now I'm just gonna press play and let's just plan our road network. I want to keep it very organic around this area. I don't. So I'm just gonna go here. Okay, and maybe that one road that goes up, and this is, I think, the one that will eventually go up and connect to the industrial area on the other side. So there is one more connection, and from here. Maybe I'll just follow this train line, but not too close. Let's see if I don't want to be hitting this, so I'm just gonna push this one a little bit. Okay. Okay, yeah, that looks good. And from here, I'm just gonna do something similar. Maybe take it from here. Let's see how far we are here. Maybe I'll push it a little bit to get more. It's going a little bit up, but it's okay. I think I might even add more. It really depends how much I need later on. So I might just add more of those. No, this is a bit much, so let's push this one a little bit more. Okay. I think that's better. Yeah, that's fine. I think this is the last of it. Also, what I'd like to add is actually a small clinic. Since we don't have anything here, the only one is over there and it's a main hospital. So to get this area covered, we're gonna add a small clinic. We also don't have a school, but we have a school right here. Sorry, we have a school right there. Let's see where our schools are. We have a school, university, elementary. We don't have anything right here. So, yeah, okay. Let's check quickly on the other side. I clicked pause because there was something that I wanted to discuss before we keep going. We still need these to come, and did we? I think we have the wrong um, zoning. Um, I'm having an issue with this right here, saying that the value of the land is too low. So what I'm gonna be doing is gonna add some stuff to bring the value quickly up. I just want to make sure this is quite flat here. Sorry, I'm gonna keep pausing so it does not, because I really like the asset. It's a fry guy and I don't want to change it. I'm gonna add some parking spots right here, just hopefully this will help bring the value up since they act as parks. And let's add some airport aprons. Yeah, that looks fine. And maybe later what I'm going to be doing is adding maybe some rocks or something around this area. I don't know, just so it's not just empty. Okay, I already did it anyway. Where were we? So let's play. Hopefully it's going to take care of that low budget. I needed a clinic. For that, what I'm going to be using is the mountain resort clinic. Is it this one? Perfect. Yeah, that's exactly the one I want it. And let's see if we can squeeze it in this area right here, maybe. Okay, it does look good in this corner. Should we put it on the main streets? I think it's fine. For here, I'm still not sure if I should bring this kind of houses in here or just keep it. I think for now I'm gonna use the new one since we're not using it enough. And if I paid for it, I might as well use it. So once this district is all done, I might trim a little bit again, especially around that big mountain. Especially here, don't need this. Okay. Let's put some housing. I don't want to put it right against the train track, so maybe just here, some here, here, just for that power to jump. I need to check my water as well. Let's actually, what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna remove, so here all the are facing inside. I think here it's fine. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, now I think I can take this one and I can switch it to, let's make sure I'm as, yeah, I think this view is better. Okay, so we're gonna wait for this to come up. And as you can see, we solved the problem with low land value by just adding those parking, even because they work as parks and they're gonna bring up the value of our land if you're having that issue. While I was doing this, I actually we have quite a bit of people waiting here, so I'm gonna quickly check on this line. Let's see if I can I choose the bus stop? Can I see one of the buses? I'm always having flood in here. I don't really know why. Sometimes I don't touch it, just gets flooded. So I might actually build a wall there. This is the bus I was looking for. And holy shit, how many people are waiting there? Okay, 6 buses. I'm gonna I'm gonna bring this to 10 buses, I think. With this, it will solve the problem. And I'm gonna wait a little bit to see. I can't see the stops. Where are the stops? Yeah, I think I'm gonna take, instead of going here, I want it to stop here. So we're servicing the same area before it comes here. It's a little bit of a weird turn, but some buses do it anyway. Perfect. Okay, so this is coming up. Hopefully, we'll hit that number. We solved the problem with that one right there. And let's go back to our newest area. And I thought I put, yeah, it says we're emerging downtowns. Which should, oh, I should go, sorry. Now for that one, it only works with low density. I keep forgetting it's not high density, it's low density. So let's go low density here and here. Let's click play again. Perfect. This is exactly what I was looking for. This big blocky buildings. Let's put more here, and I'm gonna do all this area at once. I think it should be fine. As you remember, I don't like to mass zone, so we don't have one huge influx coming in right away, and that will cause big death waves later on in the game. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do this slowly, but first, sorry, yeah, first. That's the what I'm trying. Now we have these two areas connected. What I'm gonna be doing is actually I'm gonna start our next train line, which will connect this to here and back. Let's turn this station on. And it's gonna be this train line. We're gonna go to our S-Bahn commuter trains, which is this one, and change the color to, I think we're doing green for the S-Bahns. Okay, I'll rename it later on because you can't really see it. So now we have those things ready. What I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to get off camera and wait for this to develop a little bit so you don't have to watch me going through it. And I'm going to keep adding slowly more residential as the demand goes up. Also, we'll come back and we'll talk about how we're going to connect the bike lane from this area to this area so people can actually bike back and forth. And we're also going to add a little bit more parks and then do a time lapse for detailing. And that will be it for this episode. So I'm going to go off and we'll be back to see the progress. Okay, so as you can see, I'm slowly zoning and letting my buildings come up in this area right here. I'm being very, very slow and specific about where I zone, and I'm not mass zoning, so we get exactly those big blocky buildings that I'm looking for, and also avoiding having to deal with that big those big death waves at the end, or once the city develops a little bit more. So I'm very slow and specific. I just add a little bit and then I let them grow. For example, this is not the one I want. I want something that's a little bit more wall to wall. So I'm just gonna remove it and see what else. I'm starting to have some issues with people getting sick. So what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be adding some actually services here. We do need a school because this is gonna be a big dense area, and for that I really like the Korea content creator, yeah, the large elementary school. um, and I was thinking about placing it right here in this corner. As you can see, it has that red brick. It really fits with the whole dense area, and it has this fenced playground at the back. I really do think it fits quite well in this area. For now, we have more services that we need to put, and I'm just gonna spam them just to satisfy the needs. We do need some death care here, so I'm just gonna put one of these crematoriums. Then we need a clinic, and for that, I think I'm gonna be using the new one that was released, not the high school, not a hospital. It was this one, medical clinic, yeah. So I'm just gonna put it down here. We also need police services, and I think I'm gonna be using these as well. I'm gonna be moving them around once I expand this area because I'm quite restricted for now. And this, I want it to be a park actually. So I'm gonna put the small fire station right here. Sorry, is this the small one? Yeah. Small police station and small fire station. And I think this will satisfy a little bit our needs in this area. And then what I'm gonna be doing is start to zone those high density building that are part of the emerging downtown, and they do actually fit with this one. Um, you will see once this one comes up. Um, Starting having some serious issues, so I might want to plant some trees to reduce the noise around this area and make it just a better place to live. So that will be going directly into our detailing time lapse. Let's just wait for this one. Let's just, because I wanted to show you the idea that I'm going for here. So moving from super high density to a little bit to the riverfront, I don't want these buildings to be right against the river, but I still want to keep that high density. I still want to keep um, the vibe that I'm going for. So this is what I'm looking for. A little bit lower, but still, I guess you can call it medium density, which this content creator pack is perfect for, to create those medium density transitions from high to low. And you can either mix and match, which I think works quite well. I really like these corner buildings. They look really nice, and it really reminds me of some of the buildings I saw around in North American cities, in medium density areas, or transitioning a little bit outside of the downtown area. So yeah, so this is what I'm gonna be doing as I slowly start zoning, sorry, and do my detailing time lapse. So that's what I'm gonna be jumping on right now. And after the detailing time lapse, I'm just gonna give a little bit more time for this whole area to develop, and then we'll be coming back and discussing what we've done so far this episode, and we'll talk about the rest. So stay tuned. Okay, so here we are. Let's quickly review what we've done so far in our video, this episode. So as you can see, this area is quite built up, quite high density, which I really like. On the main street, I kept the Brooklyn and Queens high density, which look really nice along the street if you take it from this view. And we're gonna keep this view going a little bit further as we go towards our downtown area. As well, this corner here with our train tracks going on top of the road between the houses and the building look really nice. Maybe we can see one of these trains coming. Hopefully, let's see if there is one. Yeah, it's coming. So let's just take a look quickly at this view. As you can see, there are cars going below, and our train is just gonna be passing soon. Look at that. Yeah, that's exactly what I was hoping to achieve. Um, I added a school, as you remember, right here to satisfy the demand here. And on our train station right here, we added a plaza right in front of it. This is one of the new plazas that were included in the Brutalist content creator pack, one of the new ones, which I really like. I really like this moving water effect, looks really nice. Around here, some of the emerging downtown content creator pack. I'm struggling a little bit with the high educated people, even if I have a lot, but for some reason they're not coming all the way here. But I'm not worried about it. Once this area develops more, I'm not gonna have that issue anymore. Um, Transitioning for this high density Brooklyn and Queens, I added the lower density, which actually works as a medium density emerging downtown. As you can see, I just mix and match some of the buildings. Let's look where the light is. Still with the red brick, which matches really nicely. And here I added some more parks around inside the complex, and it just looks like one big complex, which I prefer. From here, again, from transition from a really high density to a little bit more medium density. For here, I'm waiting for these ones, and they're level 2. So all of this row, we're gonna be very similar, which I'm happy with. Even if I like these, I think these one work better for this specific area, and I'm gonna wait for them. And whenever they develop, I'm just gonna go ahead and make it historical. Like here, this one, I did not make it historical, perfect. And this one historical. Parks, more play areas for people, and as we move along, just more park um, options right here. And on this side again, I added more of our emerging downtown buildings. Some of them I made historical, the one I liked, and the other ones I just kept until I get to the next level, and which are nicer as well. Here I kept it in level 1 because for this corner I think those actually look nice. As you can see, I'm already at 29,200. We started around 24,000, so we really packed enough people. And I think once these go up one more level, we're gonna hit the 30,000 that we need to expand our one more tile. Here along the actually water seawall, the river wall, I added a bike path that goes around, and from here I put a gentle ramp going right against the bridge, making it look like this actually is supported by the bridge, as well as it goes towards the other side of the river. And from here I connected it back to our biking network. As you can see, people actually are using it quite a bit, which makes me happy. Also, people are actually walking quite a bit towards across this bridge, which is nice. I'm really happy. This is what I like about Cities Skylines 1 is all the movement and the people walking, biking, and moving around their daily life. We had this weird corner right here, so I just added a little bit more commercial to satisfy. So this one actually, like, I'm gonna make it historical, and let's see what we're gonna get here. And I'm gonna make it historical. Um, as we move on. This is actually getting busy right now, as because we have the train station now functional, bringing the people from the other side, and it's going to be even busier once we get more population and the train track going to the other side. The other thing we worked on was all the way here. We expanded our suburban area. On the other side of the train track, just so it's not abruptly. And I really like how these assets work against the mountain and in the trees. They look really nice. They mix really well in low density, a little bit more sporadic. Oh, look at that one. I like it, so I'm gonna make it historical. Again, whenever I like something, I make it historical. I don't like them when they upgrade too much and they look too big for this area. So I was very specific about what I'm getting. And at the corner, I put a health clinic because we did not have one around here. And actually, I'm gonna move and I'm just gonna have one of these small ambulances with a little bit of a parking area right here. This is the one, the health clinic from the mountain content creator pack, which is a great pack as well. If you're missing any packs or any of the DLCs, any of the content creator packs, you can use my link below to get them really cheap if you're getting them on Steam or PC. But if you're getting them on PS Store, you can get cheap PS Store cards, which you can include in your uh, PS app or store to buy more stuff at a discounted price. And it's a free way and cheaper one for helping me keep going as well. Um, yeah, so I think this is it for this episode. Once I hit the 30,000, I'm gonna be expanding and unlocking one more tile, but that will be for the next one. Again, please subscribe, like, it keeps me going. Again, I'm sorry this took a little bit longer to get out. I was going through some personal stuff and they did not want to play as much as before. But then I started playing, and then the whole thing with the DLC and the crashes happened, and it was through the build, so we had to stop for a while until it was fixed. Now it's fixed, and I think everything is working again. So we're gonna keep building. See you next time, and bye.
Yep. Oh,